Hello there, welcome back to the once a week kitchen. Although it's not the once a week kitchen, my kitchen's out of action at the moment, so this is my partner's kitchen, which is kindly lent to me, as long as I clean up afterwards. So today I've decided to do for Easter a nice roast lamb dinner, a traditional roast lamb dinner, and by traditional I mean proper roast lamb, well done, not pink or anything remotely pink or half cooked. I do like meat properly cooked, and so this is what you'll get today, a traditional roast lamb dinner. I'm cooking half a leg of British lamb, and I want to have nice thick gravy at the end of it, so I'm going to pop in a tablespoonful of plain flour under the meat, and this will have a lovely thickening effect on the gravy at the end, plus the flour will be cooked, so that's an old tip. Also, if you want nice brown gravy, you can put a teaspoonful of sugar in as well, and that will form a caramel, but I think the gravy will be nice and brown enough. So I'm going to cook this lamb at gas 5, 170 fan, that will be 180 electric oven, and it says on the packet it needs half an hour per half kilo plus the half an hour, so that's an hour and a half. So if that's done enough in an hour and a half, that's fine. If it's not, I shall give it a little bit longer. I've got some potatoes on boiling, and when they're ready, when they've boiled for a minute, I shall put them round the meat. So I'm covering the meat with foil and pop it straight in the oven. After about 20 minutes or half an hour, I will add in the roast potatoes. These have been boiling for a couple of minutes, and I've given them a shake in the pan. With the lamb, I'm going to make dauphinoise potatoes. So I've got 2 large potatoes here, a buttered oven-proof dish. I've got in the pan 200 ml of double cream, 100 ml of milk, and I'm going to add in, this is my version, a vegetable stock cube. I'm going to stir all this together, plus a teaspoonful of minced garlic. So I haven't got any garlic cloves today, so just a little minced garlic, that'll do the trick. So I'm going to bring this to the boil in the pan while I slice the potatoes thinly. Right, the cream mixture's boiling now, so I'm going to pop in the potatoes, and we're going to simmer these for 5 to 10 minutes until they're tender before we bake them in the oven. So the dauphinoise are tender now, so I'm going to pop them into a dish and sprinkle the top with grated cheese. So that's ready to go in the oven. When the meat's nearly done, I'll pop those in the oven for about half an hour. just to brown off. Wonderful. So, as well as dauphinoise potatoes, I'm cooking roasted carrots and parsnips. Now the carrots take longer to cook than the parsnips, and the parsnips can't be peeled until they're ready to go in the pan because they soon discolour. So I'm going to put the carrots on to boil in lightly salted water while I prepare the parsnips. So the parsnips have just been peeled this very minute. Now it's my job to get them in the pan before they turn brown. I'm going to cook them in chunks, and they don't take as long to cook as carrots. So although they look big pieces, they cook very quickly. And if you boil them too long, they go mushy. So you have to be careful a little bit with parsnips. So those are fine. Straight into the pan now with the carrots. Boil them for a couple of minutes, and then we'll drain them off and put them in an oven-proof dish. So the carrots and parsnips have cooked now for a couple of minutes. I would say about maybe 5 minutes, and I've drained them off, so they're going straight into an oven-proof dish. I'm just going to toss them around a bit and drizzle them with oil, and then they will get roasted in the oven at the same time as the dauphinoise potatoes. Just a drizzle of oil. That's all they need, not much. And those will brown beautifully in the oven. Makes a change from boiled carrots, doesn't it? So I've just got one small head of broccoli. Lightly salted water again. Just bring it to the boil and take it off the heat, drain it off, pop it back on the heat with the lid on, and it will continue to cook until it's tender. The easiest thing in the world is to overcook broccoli and absolutely ruin it. It falls to pieces if you overcook it. So quite tricky. So the lamb's roasting nicely. So I'm just going to pop in the roast potatoes and turn them in the juices from the meat. I'll just turn the lamb over. Looking nice, but it's got a way to go yet. And the most important thing is that you don't undercook it. Nothing worse than undercooked meat, tough and tasteless. So that needs to go back in, I would say, for at least another hour. A good roast dinner is not something you can rush. So this is the lamb. It's taken 2 hours. And I'm sticking the fork in. It's lovely and tender. And as you can maybe see, I don't know, press and the juices should run clear, and they do. No pink in that, beautifully cooked. So I'll remove the roasties and then I'm going to make some gravy. I've got the kettle on to boil. Right, that's the gravy. As you can see, because it's got some flour in that's been cooking under the meat, it's got a little bit of thickness to it, so try that tip next time you do a roast dinner. Plain flour under the meat. By the time you've finished, it's nice and cooked. So all I need to do is to strain that into a gravy jug. So this is the dauphinoise potatoes. I put those in about 35 minutes before the end of cooking. So we're going to serve those up with the roast dinner. These are the roasted carrots and parsnips. They are well caramelised now. They look delicious and they smell delicious too. So I'll dish those up with the rest of the roast dinner. This is the broccoli. I did exactly what I told you I would do. I brought it to the boil, I turned off the heat, I drained it off, and then I left it with the lid on, and it's very, very tender now. So it's much better to do it that way than to boil it and then for it to fall to pieces. So there you go, roast lamb dinner, cooked in a traditional way with dauphinoise potatoes, parsnips, carrots, broccoli, roast potatoes, gravy and a lovely dollop of mint sauce. Yum yum, can't wait to tuck in. See you later, bye.